Yo, what it do, bruh? Dope boy Jack here, and today we're gonna be rating NBA polls. I understand that the elite ball knowledge trend and the NBA poll trend is kind of over, but better late than never, you know? Better late than never. I feel like this is a really fun video idea. It's hard to self-diagnose how much ball knowledge you have. There's obviously polls that I saw that were like, it's not a fucking poll. There was a lot of them actually, but there was also a pretty decent amount of ones of names that I'm like, I've never heard that before. Never heard that name before. Number 2 overall pick, Hasheem the Beat. When it goes Blake Griffin, Hasheem the Beat, James Harden, you're not a pool, bro. You are very much remembered for being a bust. One of the most famous busts of all time, and for that reason, 4 out of 10. Not that bad. Oh, this the guy, bro. Marion Kluggish. Yeah, you see what he fucking looks like? Bob Kluggish. Oh, it's Bob Kluggish. Robert Marion Kluggish. This motherfucker knows his middle name. He knows the middle name of a player who played 1 season in fucking 46 when the fucking Nuremberg trials were going on. Nazis were still being fucking sentenced. Nazis were still being sentenced when this fucker was playing. And Matthew knows his middle name. Travis Denier, that's a good pool. I honestly don't know who that is. I looked at his basketball reference page. He played like 4 or 5 seasons. I mean, I say 7, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 2 out of 10. James Michael McAdoo. I'm only going to say this one time because I know I'm going to see Patrick McCaw. I'm going to see Ian Clark. I'm going to see Timofey Mozgov. I'm going to see Matthew Dellavedova. So I know I'm going to see Boris Diaw too. If you played on the Tim Duncan Spurs, the LeBron Heat, the LeBron Cavs, the Steph Warriors, the Steph and KD Warriors, those are not pools, bro. James Michael McAdoo is not a pool. 4 out of 10. Most common of all pills. For real. Most common of all pills. He played with Kobe and Steph. I don't think it's a pool, bro. He was getting real minutes on the Dubs. I remember that. I remember when we traded for him. My dad was hyped. Boy, what? My dad said, Steve Blake is on the way. Don't you fucking worry. Him and Jermaine O'Neal's pick and roll is about to be nasty. Man, I miss Jermaine O'Neal on the Dubs. Bro, just naming all stats, L Pool. Not only was he an all-star, he was actually all NBA too. And they were in different seasons, so he's had multiple all-star / all NBA caliber seasons. But I also feel like everybody knows who Goran Dragic is, bro. Check Diallo. I remember him, but I don't remember him. I feel like he was a good asset in a Kenny rebuild in like 2K17. Milt Palacio. I don't know who he is, but I don't know if he's an insane bull. I mean, he played in 500 NBA games, so I don't know. I mean, it's up there. I say an 8. I say an 8. Thabo Cephalosha. 3 out of 10. Borderline acceptable pull. Yeah, I fuck with that. Fuck with that. Here, the thing is though, he went to Kentucky, did he not? He did go in the second round, but I specifically remember him, people saying, yeah, that's a steal for the Suns. That's a steal. If you a Kentucky guard, you gotta pull. I ain't gonna lie. Potential Hall of Famer, bro. You gotta dig deeper. Not a potential Hall of Famer. I guess he's not a lock. He's not first ballot. 7-time All-Star. Joe Johnson, who started over 1,000 games in his career, is not a pull. He finished 12th in MVP. He got MVP votes twice in Atlanta. He got MVP votes. His career high is only 42. Who knew Joe Johnson never had a 50 ball? Who knew Joe Johnson never had a 50 ball? I bet you didn't. Fuck, remember when he hit that game winner on the Clippers in this playoff run? That was... Shout out Joe Johnson, man. This is not a fucking pull. 0 out of 10. This is the worst. This is worse than Kyle Korver and Danny Granger. This is great loot. This is from my previous recording. He said this is great loot. I thought that was hilarious. I said I strongly resonate with that comment because I do. This is great loot, bruh. This is a 2 out of 10, 1 out of 10. Johnny Flynn. Johnny Flynn's not a pull either. He got drafted right before Steph. Everybody knows who Johnny Flynn is because David Kahn drafted Ricky Rubio and Johnny Flynn right before Steph. 2 point guards right before Steph. The greatest point guard of all time, by the way. What? Honestly, don't know who Brian Grant is. Am I tripping? Chat, am I tripping for not knowing who Brian Grant is? I might be tripping. How do I not know who this is? He went from rookie D-Wade to Kobe to Steve Nash. Brian Grant, I don't know who he is, but he doesn't seem that random. So I'm going to say 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Andre Miller's not a pool. Ain't no way 16K career points talking about crazy pool. Yeah, you right. You right, Roman. Andre Miller's not a pull. 2 out of 10. Derrick Hughes is not a pull. Luke Jackson is a pull because I don't know who the fuck that is. I mean, he only played in 73 NBA games. So. While I was quite literally an infant. He played in 73 NBA games, so I don't feel bad about not knowing that one. Not a pull at all. He was in the wave of lottery international players getting picked in the lottery. He was like, wasn't he the 4th pick? Was he not the 4th pick? Yeah, 4th overall. Not a pull. Fuck, I remember him being... Oh my god, I remember that. Whoa, I forgot. Yo, this was a crazy season. 15 and 50. Yo, this roster. Yo, fuck Michael Mulder. I miss Alec Burks. Not even fuck Michael Mulder. You know who I fucking hate? Getting sidetracked a little. Just to name some Warriors players I hate. Brad Wanamaker, who I thought was good. Great pickup. Because he was one of the best bench point guards in the league the year before with the Celtics. Came to the Bay, and now he's flipping burgers. All right. Chris Chiozza. In your life, have you ever seen a pass first point guard under 6 foot? No. When I say pass first, I mean pass first. He's put in the game to take the inbounds, dribble up the court, pass the ball, and sit in the corner. Mind you, he's under 6 foot, so even if he was a good defender, he can't defend, and that's not his fault. It's not his fault. He's fucking 5'10". Other than that, Damian Lee, if he wasn't Steph Samley, it would be fuck Damian Lee. Anthony Lamb. Oh, Anthony Lamb. It's not your fault. Anthony Lamb, it's not your fault that Steve Kerr chose to play you over Kuminga and Moses Moody. It's not your fault, but still fuck you. I've seen this guy comment Tony Delk on like fucking 5 videos. Yeah, I do only because I really want to say it was Kenny Beecham, king of the 4th quarter, the GOAT. I watched him rebuild a team on like 2K7. He was like, yeah, Brad Miller and Mehmet Okur were the original skilled bigs back then, and they were before their time. I was like, okay, bet, Kenny, thank you, and I remember that ever since now. North School is not a pull. I mean, I'm gonna cut this guy some slack because he's had some decent ones in this video. Ronny Turiaf might be a pull. I only know him very well because he played with the Debs, and he has massive eyebrows. His eyebrows aren't even that big. I guess I was hating. Who the fuck? How was your only game for a team the whole season 24 minutes? Bron Kai and Kevin Love weren't playing. Still, getting 24 minutes on a finals roster is kind of insane. This is a 10 out of 10. Who the fuck is that, bro?